Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Sorry it's been a while. I've been busy, but I'm sure you guys know that busy is good. Today, I'm gonna actually walk you through our brand new gear closet. We actually spent about $30,000 on a brand new video production kit for in-house and travel shoots. I was tasked with this to essentially create the most versatile kit we could for our budget. And so we're about to take this thing on the road. We're about to use this for a travel shoot to Colorado. So it's time to unbox and pack a ton of gear today. Starting off with the unboxing process, we have the Ulanzi travel tripod. Heard good things about this. It's small, it's lightweight, and actually I'm kind of struggling here, you can see. I'm sure as I use it more, I'll be more confident about using it, but I'm so used to like bigger video tripods with locking levers that like a small tripod like this with just like little tension knobs to tighten the tripod legs, it feels a little bit weird. Like it doesn't feel as solid, but these are strictly going to be used for like static shots. I'm not going to be doing any crazy whip pans or anything, so these tripods will serve our purpose for sure. All right, so in terms of traveling with grip and lighting equipment, we have our big cases. We have two Pelican 1615 Airs. These big cases are great for packing lights like the 300X and a few other small items in there. The hard part when it comes to traveling with gear is weight limits. You have to keep things under 50 pounds because if you don't have a media badge, the overage fees are just ridiculous. So the closest I can get to 50 pounds while packing as many things as possible, the better. Had to buy some washers because when you do the Pelican lid organizers, it can actually, when you put too many things, it can actually fall out. So these little washers will go in between the screw and the little fabric thing just to stop them from falling out, be a little bit more stable, and you know, it'll last a lot longer this way. So little things. One, like $1.38, not too bad. Nothing like that new camera smell. About to open these up, get these ready. So this won't shock anyone, but I love me some brand new cameras. So I ended up going with the Sony FX3. Why? Because I already had one, I know how to use it. And also, it just has a powerful image, it's very compact, it doesn't overheat, and has a full frame sensor. I have my own FX3, so in case we need a C cam, in addition to this A and B cam kit, we can use my camera. Before, we had a kit lens, like Blackmagic 4K kit, which like, it worked for what we needed it to, but the image was just like, not that great because a lot of these shoots were more run and gun. We didn't have time to like manually focus everything. So the autofocus was a complete no-brainer. We needed something like that for our kit. And also it allowed us to shoot at, you know, a more shallow aperture, like f2.8. Even an f4 on a full frame sensor is going to look a lot better than an f4 on the Blackmagic. And our studio is small. Some of these places that we might travel to could be small. I feel like that's very important for us to be able to get that cinematic look, even if I have to shoot at like a 24mm. So I'm equipping both of these cameras with these small rig full cages, one with the hand strap to be more of like a handheld shooting camera, and one without it so it can balance more easily on a gimbal. Trying to get this airline friendly as possible. Here's my Aperture 300X. Got a couple grip heads in this case. A bunch of these tiny little stands that will help for like a hair light or maybe even a boom if I'm careful enough. And got a little boom holder in here, and wrapped in this foam because I don't want to break it is one of our boom poles. So this is a two-person interview shoot, so I'm definitely bringing two boom poles, and this can bring all hands on deck. So this is the first case that will have a lot of lighting and grip, and now I have a second case to also fit in more lighting and more grip stuff. So this is my first time using the Ulanzi travel tripod. first time using them, and wow, they are small. And that's good because we'll be flying a lot with this kit, and I need tripods that are like very lightweight, very easy to move around. I don't need something huge. I don't need a big fluid head because a lot of these will be flights to different cities, to different states, and they can just pack right in here. I'm probably gonna put a little bit of foam in here so they don't get damaged. And now continue packing. The Pelican 1615 was a tighter fit than I expected. It's still doable, but I had to strategically fit all these items in such a way that it would still close. I'm adding stuff like stingers, and I'm adding stuff like grip heads, plus the Aperture 300X in its entire bag, and I have to keep it under 50 pounds. There's just so much to account for when you're traveling with gear. It's crazy. So the second case, same setup, where batteries are gonna be here. I'm gonna put a Sony charger here, and I managed to fit my Sennheiser MKE 600 in here as well. So we already have shotgun mic accounted for. Now it's a tough thing to fit this gimbal in here. Initially I wanted to keep the whole case, but yeah, that's not gonna fit anywhere, so I think I'm just gonna take out some of the foam from this case and then put it in here and just try to pack the gimbal in so it's not rattling around and hopefully doesn't break during travel. We'll see how good this works, and if I can, maybe I'll fit a little bit more grip equipment in here just so I don't have to worry too much about how much weight is in this. So it's gonna be a little creative packing this. So I think what the solution is I'm going to take a little bit of the foam from the DJI RS2 case, and I'm just going to roll this grip head in there and put it in like that. Not the best solution, but it's better than nothing. So this seems to work pretty well fitting the RS2 without the case. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna put a little bit more foam to make sure it's a little bit more travel friendly, it doesn't bump with this grip head. And I don't know, maybe I'll put this little boom thing somewhere in here. I don't know, I'm just trying to maximize space and hopefully not overload this, because then it's just gonna be a bunch of overage fees if it's above 50 pounds. So trying to not blow the budget here. Earlier you saw me guys unpack the FX3s. This is now the official production ACAM kit. So here I have a section for all my Sony batteries. Here is my section for ND filters. I got two Prism Lens FX ND filters, 77mm thread, and I have an 82mm thread. Come on, put this back in. Here is a section for the shotgun mic. There's a Sennheiser MKE 600 in here. Just keep that in there. Here I have small rig multi-tool. Can't leave without this. And a pro-grade card reader just to keep in case. Here I have one of the Sony chargers that just came in the box, just to charge one battery. Nothing fancy, but a little section in there. I love this pocket organizer, keeps everything nice and neat. And now let's get to the real part that you want to see. Here is the Sony FX3 with the Sigma 24-70 lens. Here is a Impact quick balance card. So I actually use this to do a custom white balance. You open this whole thing up, you white balance, and then, you know, you set it, you forget it. And right here, I'm using the Pelican Trek Pack dividers for everything to keep things organized. Love these things. Way too expensive though. Here I have a Small HD 702 touch for our main monitor, so I'm just gonna leave that in there. Here, I mean, this is kind of an overkill charger for the one Sony NPF battery we have lying around, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this section because, I don't know, it's just space that I could use for something else. But I have one of these little blower things in here. Over here, our final lens is the Sigma 70-200 DGDN. So this lens is pretty new, but it was way cheaper than the Sony variant. So I already tested this lens. The autofocus is actually really good on this lens. It's awesome. And here, the last section is kind of like our power. So I built this kit to be very versatile, very like in any situation we can use this. If it needs to be on a gimbal, if it needs to be on a handheld rig, we can do it, and we can do it very quickly. So we have our Sony NPF batteries in here just in case we just need to run it on a gimbal, but also we bought some of these Core Nano SWX batteries, V-mount batteries, and this part is the part I'm most excited about. It is the small rig V-mount battery solution. So literally, it has holes on the bottom for a tripod, and you can put a V-mount battery in here, and you can tilt it and rotate it, and it's very compact. You don't need rails or anything. And the Arca Swiss plate that actually came with, I actually put a Falcam multi-hole release plate on here, so I don't need to change base plates, I don't need to unscrew anything. Literally, this can just slide on like that and have a V-mount solution. So actually, really quick while I'm here, let's just build it out. Very easy to build. Yeah, it's very quick, very simple. I literally just snapped on the plate, and now we'll have pretty much almost unlimited battery life because the FX3 does not drain a ton of battery, and if you're not putting a monitor on it, this can last a pretty good while. And one last thing, I love using these think tank bags. In my own personal kit, I use these, but it's just to keep organized. And here I have, there's a Sony NPF dummy battery in here somewhere. There's a Condor Blue HDMI, the lens cap and body cap, and a few other accessories, like we have this NATO rail monitor mount, and there's a cold shoe monitor mount in there as well. So this little baggie just kind of fits everything we need for all the accessories involving camera, so it's actually pretty nice. Just keeps things organized, and I don't have, you know, if I'm running and gunning and I don't need the entire case, I can just throw a couple batteries in here and I just take the bag. It's that easy, and that's why I love this system. I love how slim this folds up. Like, I can put my 2 V-mount batteries in here, slide that in there. This piece gets a little loose, but as long as the case is, you know, not opened and it doesn't fall out, it's fine. I just jam it in there. And this is the ACAM kit. Pretty decked out, and again, it's for every situation possible. This is huge, and I'm able to fit, already tried it, but I'm able to fit 3 of these Kupo mini combo stands just in here, with enough room for also some of these little grip arms, C-stand arms as well, and I can fit the Aperture Light Dome Mark III. Just slips right in there. So we still have a few more studio shoots to go before we fly out. So I'm gonna leave, I mean, this gear will also be packed, but I'm just gonna leave it for right now. There's 2 V-mount batteries, battery charger, and these Aperture MCs, the MC Pros actually. It's funny because when I was in film school, I felt like everybody had an Aperture MC, and I never saw the hype because they're not big sources of light, but honestly, I've been falling in love with them lately with our more creative shoots, and the fact that they're full RGB is actually pretty sick. You can just kind of add a touch of color whenever you want, essentially. Our brand is mostly blue, so it's already defaulted to this kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a cyan bluish. But yeah, I love these lights. I love getting to use them as like an accent or hair light. Again, it was part of the kit that I ordered just because they seem like a very easy light to use, just for practicals or for hair lights. And I initially wanted tube lights, but tube lights are kind of like a one-trick pony. These, I think, can fit for a variety of situations, and just, you know, the whole point of this kit is to be very versatile. Can use it in any situation, no matter what. We have a light for it. We have something, you know, for each scenario, really. Literally, as I'm doing this video, guess what I just got? Our Rode Wireless Pro lav system. I've used the Rode Wireless Go's before. I'm not sure how much different these are, so I'm gonna open them up and try them out. First impressions, this charging case thing is actually pretty cool. You get your receiver, 2 transmitters. Come on, camera, focus. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's a pretty dope case. I'm not a big fan of them giving you just another case for all the accessories, because then when you combine these together, it's like either like that or it's this long. I might try to find some like third-party thing that is not as rugged, but at least I can keep all my stuff in a little baggie, like how the DJI mic has. Because I gotta say, this is a pretty big footprint now in the case. And here, I'm just playing around with the kit a little bit, setting up the camera and just using the Rode Wireless Pros to just test around and just make sure all my settings are fine-tuned, because you do not want to fiddle around with your settings or with your camera or anything during the shoot. There should be a new vlog coming soon, guys. We're about to travel to Colorado. It's going to be very interesting, at least. It's going to be a 3 to 4 day shoot. So I'll see you guys then. All right, until next time, see ya.